Richard, good evening. Very fast, 3 people. Thank you very much for coming tonight, guys. As I said, I'm gonna share some information about my upcoming trip, and I'm gonna share with you more details about the routes and everything that I have planned so far. I hope that this will be interesting for some people to watch it after that. As usual, I'm going to record this stream, and after we finished, I'm gonna edit it slightly and upload it on the channel a few days later. Svani1313, hello, good evening. Nice to see you guys here. All right, I hope that we're not gonna have problems with the internet. Lucairo, hello, good evening. Where are you from? Lucairo or Luchairo, I don't know what is the right pronouncement. Nikolai N. Okay. Okay, good. Nikolai, new nickname. Fair enough, Nikolai. How are you? How is the connection in your side? Video, audio, is everything alright? Before I start, guys, do you have any questions that you want to ask me right now before I start talking about the route that I plan to take on my trips, on my trip this summer? If not, you can ask me later when I finished. Okay, got it. Thank you very much for telling me that. I don't know, is it possible with this YouTube stream software to share my screen, or I think it's not. I should have another platform if I want to have this to share my screen to show exactly what I mean, but whatever. Good question, Richard. Will you do the valves before you go? Now at the moment I'm on 87 or 88,000 kilometers, something like that, and I plan to check the valves before I go. If they are in the specifications, I'm not gonna touch it. I'll do it after that. If they move significantly, then I'm gonna adjust the valves before I go. Yeah, this is what I plan. Do you think about trying the old summer road? I think that you got something wrong. I'm not going to Magadan. I'm going to Central Asia, not Magadan. Old summer road is in Magadan. Steve Adventures. Yeah, I feel good that I will go with my motorcycle because I know I can prepare it well from here. Everything that I need to do it before the trip. And then, of course, if I have to do some maintenance on the trip, it is not a problem. I hope that it will survive the whole journey, around 20,000 kilometers, without any problems. You never know. Plumman also got 10-700, so this is the easiest part. When you travel together with someone, the best option is to be with two identical motorcycles, because you can take only one set of spare parts or anything that you need. You can make your luggage much lighter. So it will be nice. I look forward to it. As I already told you last time, I can't wait. I just cannot wait to start, guys. I'm so enthusiastic I feel right now. I just cannot wait. But unfortunately, I have to. No other options. I will use this time anyway to prepare myself well, to save some money, to prepare everything that is ahead. Include the motorcycle and everything that is coming, to find as much as possible information, to organize my visas and stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about it now in a few minutes time. Departure date for now is 15th of June. It might change a little bit later or before that, but roughly it will be 15th of June. The time window that allows to visit these countries is usually June, July and August. In September it's already risky about the high elevation passes. In May is also too early for the high elevation passes. So I believe that we'll be in Tajikistan somewhere in the middle of July. So it will be just perfect period of the year that we can climb to Akbaital Pass and see all of these beautiful mountains over there. So 15th of June is for now. It might change a little bit, but not that significant. All right, let me share with you now, guys, what is my plan, which countries I plan to visit, and where I'm gonna need visa, and all the information that I have right now. So I'm gonna start from my hometown, Varna, Bulgaria. I cannot share this. Maybe I can twist it a little bit like this. No, you're not gonna see it. It's too bright to be seen right now. No, it's too bright. Unfortunately, you have to just listen myself. So I'm gonna start from Varna, Bulgaria, and go all the way through Turkey, and we'll cross the whole Turkey, but only will bypass Turkey. I'm not gonna stop in any significant places or towns. Of course, I'm gonna stop. It will take about 3 days to cross Turkey, because it's, what I remember, it was around almost 3,000 kilometers from Bulgaria to Georgian border. This is exactly what I will need, like 3-4 days to get there. No rush. I will do it in, of course, very efficiently, but no rush. If I have to stop and relax a little bit more, I'll do it. And after that, we're gonna enter Georgia from the southern part of Georgia, and I will go to Georgia just for a while, for a few hundred kilometers. We're not gonna spend much time in Georgia, because we have to go to Armenia. So we'll make a small loop around Georgia and enter Armenia, which is located south from Georgia. In Armenia, we're gonna spend 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it takes, just to see a part of Armenia. I don't plan much yet. Of course, I'm gonna wait for my paper maps to arrive, and then I can draw the exact routes that I'm gonna do. But not now. Now it's just basically to point you what countries and how much time I'm gonna spend in each one. So about 3 days in Turkey, about 3 days in Georgia, then gonna be like 3-4 days in Armenia, because I never been in Armenia before. I've been to Georgia, but never in Armenia. I will add Svaneti, Georgia, for sure. I'm not sure about it. As I said, Georgia is not the main point of this trip now. If I have time, I can do it. If not, maybe another time. Georgia is easy to go anytime. So it's not the important country of the trip right now. So the country I never been so far is Armenia only. So I plan to visit Armenia. There is a big lake over there, Lake Sevan. And I will go around this lake, and from Armenia, if it's possible for now, because they have some conflicts over there, but I think that it is in the northern part of Armenia. So I will enter from Armenia to Azerbaijan. And then I'm gonna cross the whole Azerbaijan and ride it all the way to the end to Baku. And from Baku, I'm gonna take the famous ferry that is crossing Caspian Sea. And when I said famous, it's more in quotes, because it's famous that this ferry is unpredictable. There is no schedule or times where this ferry arrives or take off. There is no information at all, and what you have to do basically is to go to the port and wait. And when the ferry comes, and there are more than enough trucks and cars to load, then the ferry starts. Not before that. There is no specific schedule, or at least this is what it was when I took it 11 years ago, and a few of my friends went after that. And I think that 2 years ago, another group was waiting over there almost 2 weeks before they take the ferry. But anyway, this is the situation. This is the only part of the trip that is unpredictable at the moment, and this is one of the reasons why I want to take a different type of visa for Turkmenistan. Before we continue, let me clarify something that I am asked quite often. Many people want to travel like me, but what really matters is understanding what this kind of life actually means. That's why I created my new online course, Adventure Riding Without Illusions. It's not about the gear or routes, but about the reality behind long-term motorcycle travel. If this is something that you might be interested in, you can read more via the link below. Back to the video. So, let me explain now. For Turkey, I don't need any visa. For Georgia, we don't need any visa. For Armenia, we don't need any visa. We need visa for Azerbaijan. Azerbaijani visa is online visa. It is not a problem to be taken any time. It costs about $25, which is fine. And the next visa that I'm gonna need is for Turkmenistan when we cross the Caspian Sea. But the problem with Turkmenistan is that in Turkmenistan you can have only 2 types of visa. First is a normal touristic visa for 1 month. But if you go for this visa, you have to hire a local touristic company with guide, and you have to travel with them all the time. This is an expensive journey, and it's not so interesting and you're obligated to stay with them all the time. And I don't want to go this way because it's not interesting at all. The second option is to have 5 days transit visa, which is also possible, and it's not a problem to be taken from embassy, for example. But transit visa requires exact dates, entry and exit. And I cannot give these dates right now because of the ferry that I just told you. I don't know when the ferry will take off to book exact date for the visa. And because of that reason, I will try to do what I did 11 years ago, to receive an invitation for visa from Turkmenistanian embassy. They don't have it in Bulgaria, but they have it in Ankara, Turkey, and also they have a consul service in Istanbul. And I already contacted one of my friends in Istanbul, and he made a few phone calls to the embassy to explain my situation and what exactly I need. And I have to go there personally anyway, but I just wait for another one confirmation to 2 of my questions that I have for this direction, for how long they're gonna hold my passport before I got this invitation later, because I have to go to Turkey. And if they say that the passport needs to stay for 1 week or more in the embassy, for me it's easy to go back and come back after 1 week instead of waiting 1 week in Turkey. So these are the questions that I wait from him, and when he confirms what is the situation, then me and Plamen will start our motorcycles and go to Istanbul to finish this procedure for this invitation letter for Turkmenistan. They give this invitation letter or possibility to take transit visa only if you have visas for border countries. So I'm gonna have already visa for Azerbaijan, and for Uzbekistan we don't need visa at the moment, so this requirement is not necessary in our situation. So if we cross Azerbaijan, then we'll enter into Turkmenistan. We'll enter in Turkmenbashi, this is the port where the ferry stopped, and from Turkmenbashi we'll ride straight on to Ashgabat. This is a very boring long road. It's around 600 kilometers. It's a very dusty road. It will be probably very hot, and I'm not sure that we can find many options to sleep over there. This is one of the questions that I don't have answers right now, because the last time when I was there, I was invited in a village named Nohur. I can see it here on the map. And over there, a nice gentleman let us sleep in his house. But I don't know what will be the situation right now. Anyway, from Ashgabat, we'll move north to Darvaza. This is where the gas crater is. It's a beautiful place that I also have been there in 2015. I want to go there again. And from there, we'll move north and we'll exit the country through the town named Dashogus. So in the country, we'll basically spend 2, 3, 4 days maximum, because the transit visa will be for 5 days anyway. And on the border, they usually draw you a they draw you exact route, where exactly you have to be on your trip, and you cannot get out of this route. They said if you get out and police stop you, it's a big problem. So we never been stopped by police and asked where exactly we are last time. I hope it will be the same right now. So from Dashogus, when we enter Uzbekistan, in Uzbekistan we're gonna go to the famous old Silk Road towns. These are Khiva, Bukhara and Samarkand. These are the most popular towns in the country, and they are beautiful and interesting from historical point of view. The rest of Uzbekistan, it's nothing really that deserve our attention, because it will be very hot, very dusty roads, crazy traffic and stuff like that, and it's not something that I look forward to see. Only these interesting towns, to go inside of these old towns to see this. It's interesting architecture and all of this legacy that it stayed there from more than 2,000 years. I have seen it already, but Plaben did not, and it will be very interesting for him to see everything. And after Uzbekistan, we'll move slowly to Tajikistan, and I hope until we go to Tajikistan, and it will probably, when we go to the Tajikistan, the temperatures will drop a bit, because in Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan, I expect temperatures over 40 degrees. I hope that I'll be wrong, but I highly doubt about it. So in Tajikistan, the temperatures will normalize a little bit. They'll be around 30, maybe less than 30 degrees, especially when we start climbing slowly. At the beginning of Azerbaijan, we're gonna visit one very interesting lake. The name is Iskander Kul. This is where the Alexander Macedonsky got his wedding many years ago. I have been there the last time, and I will go there again. I will basically copy my route from 11 years ago. And then from there, we're gonna explore the whole part of Tajikistan. We'll go to Tashkent, of course, and then we'll start the Pamir Highway, the Pamir track. This is the most interesting part of the whole trip, and this is actually the cake of the trip, or the cherry of the cake, if I can say it this way. We'll climb to 4,000, almost 4,600 meters in Akbaytal Pass, and from there we're gonna descend slowly to Kyrgyzstan. And last time I flew around Kyrgyzstan for a couple of days, but this time I would like to make it very slowly, very not on rush, because Kyrgyzstan is a big country, very beautiful country, and it has many high elevation lakes. Last time I saw Songkul and Issyk-Kul, but there are many more. It's all green country, and I would like to plan a little bit different and more interesting route in Kyrgyzstan. I will include a lot of off-road tracks, of course, over there. This will be also one of the highlights of the trips, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. This time, as I said, I just want to make it in peace, a little bit more slowly, not on rush, and to explore as much as possible. I remember the last time when I was in Kyrgyzstan, one of the days we slept in our tents next to the road, in a very small restaurant next to the road. We stopped in this restaurant to eat something, and then we asked the owner, because he has a nice yard behind the restaurant, and we asked him, can we open our tents here? We are happy to pay you. And he said, yeah, absolutely, you can sleep in your tents and you don't need to pay anything. And we did not even open our tents, because it was some kind of shelter over there with a nice roof. So we actually slept over there under this roof, and he never asked for any money. We just ate in his restaurant, and we had actually a wonderful time. But what I regret, because this guy said, wonderful, fantastic guy, he said, if you have time, you can stay for a couple of days. My brother has a nice bungalow in the mountains. Tomorrow we can go there and spend 2-3 days hunting and enjoying the nature and stuff like that. But back in the days, I haven't got any time. My riding friend Dima hasn't got any time. And we just land this offer, and I regret so much. So I will definitely stop to this place. I really hope that the same owner of this restaurant will be there, so we can make this conversation and eventually go into the mountains and ride for a couple of more days. I really hope that this will happen, but you never know. So after Kyrgyzstan, we're gonna enter to Kazakhstan. The first thing that we're gonna see, it's a Charin Canyon. It's a beautiful old canyon, looks like a big American canyon, but just a small size, look like a Grand Canyon, but it's a little bit smaller on size. I would like to go there again with Plamen to go down into the canyon, to enjoy it once again. And from there we'll ride to Almaty. Almaty is a big town. It's like a few million people. They have a lot of different garages for motorcycles. I also have some Bulgarian friends there that are gonna meet us eventually. Over there we plan to change our tires. I'll come to the tires a little bit later and to the oils. Let me finish with the route first. And from Almaty, Kazakhstan is a very big country, but to be honest, it's mostly flat, like a plain. Nothing really to see. It will be very hot. The one part that deserves to be seen, this is the part of Aral Sea, the former Aral Sea, or the dry sea that they have. And we'll definitely stop there to make some pictures, to visit this disaster that happened many years ago. And from there, we'll ride straight on to Russia, and we'll enter Russia from Orenburg. This is like a south part of Russia with the border with Kazakhstan. And once we enter Russia, we'll go through Samara and Ulyanovsk and Kazan. Kazan is a beautiful town that deserves to be seen. I have seen it once. I want to see it again. And then from there, slowly we'll go to Moscow. We'll spend a few days in Moscow. From Moscow, we'll spend a few days in St. Petersburg as well. And in Russia, we're going to use mostly bike posts once again, because it's a fantastic option and very, very interesting as well. And from St. Petersburg, we can cross to, I don't know what is the situation. I still did not check anything about these borders here. about the border with Finland, with Estonia, with Latvia. I'm not sure that all of these borders are open now, but I am also not sure that they are closed, and I have to check before we decided to go there, and not later when we finally reach Moscow, because if these borders are not open, if we cannot go from there, that means we have to use the border through Georgia, Verkhny Las. Otherwise, we cannot go through Ukraine right now, and we cannot go through Belarus, because for Belarus we require visa. Unless we do visas for Belarus, which is also possible, and we might consider this option as well. I'm gonna check what is the situation at the moment, what kind of conditions they've got, because to go again through Estonia, Latvia, Litva, nothing really to see there, and expensive countries. It will be much easier for us to go through Belarus. But I'm not sure about it. We'll see. Is it possible at all to cross from this part, from the eastern part of Belarus, to cross from Russia to Belarus? I have heard once that this border is only for Russians and Belarusian people. I have to check this as well. So I have a lot of questions that I don't have answers now. But I like this because this gives me the chance to prepare myself better. And from there, as I said, it will be back to Georgia, or through Estonia, Latvia, or Finland, or Belarus. This one of these countries will be to get back to Europe, and then of course from there will be Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and back to Bulgaria. The total mileage will be around 20,000 kilometers. Let me open. I have a small list here with some notes that I did. Just a second to open this. The plan that I have, like a preliminary plan or something like that. Yes, so just to talk with more specific numbers. So as I said, we'll take off around 15th of June. It will take around 3 months, more or less. I have one invitation to visit Horizon Unlimited meeting in Austria in 15th or 17th of September. If I'm still there in this region, I will probably go there. As I said, around 3 months. The price that, or the total amount that I think that is going to be enough for this trip, in my calculation, is around 4,500 euros. But I do believe that I'll be able to make it even cheaper than this, if everything is all right, of course, if we don't have major technical problems that requires a lot of money or stuff like that. It's more or less roughly like 50 euros per day. And this price is very realistic considering the destination. Last time when I did it in 2015, 11 years ago, the whole trip costed me around $3,000. Now I add around, not double the price, but let's say 80% more. And I do believe that this price will be acceptable and very, very realistic. There will be an additional like 200 euros for visas to sort out and organize all the documents before we go. The kilometers, as I already told you, will be around 20,000 kilometers. I do believe that we'll be perfectly fine with 2 sets of tires. And what we plan to make is to start, guys, are you hearing me well? Is everything all right? Microphone and video and audio, because I'm talking, but I'm not sure that you're listening well. Is everything all right? Just let me know in the comments. All good. Okay, so we plan to start with the tires that we have at the moment, because I have many tires in the garage now, and I can start from Bulgaria with whatever tires I have, especially the rear, just to spend the first 3,000 kilometers in Turkey with the tires that I already have. Then for that reason, I have to bring another one, a rear tire with me on these roads, the north part of Turkey, which is heavy load, but it's a transit road. I'm not going to specific hard sections or off-road, and I don't mind to have another tire with me, because the asphalt in Turkey is very grainy, and if we go with the brand new tires and cross Turkey 3,000 kilometers, our tires will be on the 50%. And we might risk that our tires, when we need them the most in Kyrgyzstan, will be already worn out. That's why we prefer to start with old set of tires, especially the rear. The front will last, especially the rear. And then at the end of Turkey, change it with the new tire that we're going to have with us and continue traveling in Georgia, Armenia, and the rest of the countries with fresh tires. And I do believe that these tires will last without any problems until Kazakhstan, which is around 8,000-9,000 kilometers, maximum 10,000 kilometers today. So the rear will be probably finished, but it will last to Kazakhstan, Almaty. If not, in Kyrgyzstan, we also will have a lot of options to change tires. But if we don't have anything in the latest location, we can change it in Kazakhstan. And over there, we're going to change it with whatever tires we can find just to continue our trip to Russia. We can buy any street tires, normal tires, just to continue the trip because it will be through Russia, no more off-road or stuff like that. So this is basically the plan with the tires. Now, because as I told you last time, we have another one friend of ours who would like to join us, but his plan is to send his motorcycle to Kyrgyzstan by a transportation company, fly to Kyrgyzstan and join us in Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, and after that from Kyrgyzstan send his motorcycle back. If he is able to organize these things to ship his motorcycle on his pallet or with his motorcycle, he can have he can add another set of tires for us. This basically means that when we reach Kyrgyzstan, we're going to have a spare tires that will already waited for us over there. It will be the best option if we can organize it. If not, as I said, we'll try to find tires in Kyrgyzstan or maximum later Kazakhstan. This is about the tires. So now about the oil changes. Of course, we're going to start with fresh oil from here, and the next oil change should be somewhere around Kyrgyzstan. Because in Tajikistan, I don't think that we're going to find proper oils, but in Kyrgyzstan, in big towns, definitely we can find normal oils for our motorcycles. We're going to take the air filters with us. They are very small and they're not heavy, so we can have air filter, not here, the oil filters with us. Our air filters are K&N, we can wash it and clean it. So we're going to definitely have the oil filters with us. And the second oil change will be somewhere in probably Russia, and then this will be everything for the whole trip. It's not that long, as I said, it will be around 20,000 kilometers. So if we change it once on 8,000 kilometers, the second time on 16,000 kilometers, and it will be enough to get back home. So the oils are not a problem at the moment. This is not something that we need to worry about. This is about the oil changes, and the details about every country, I have it here just written like that, but they're not important so far. So this is basically everything that we plan right now. Of course, I'm going to have some spare parts with me, like a spare front and rear brake pads, and spare spark plugs and small things like that, but nothing significant. We're not going to take our tents. We don't plan to sleep in our tents anywhere on the trip. With the prices of the hotels that I expect to have between $10 and $15 per person per night, does not really worth to bring the tent with me if I'm not going to use it. The last time when I was there, I used it only twice because I had it with me, not because it was necessary. On the places that I used the tent, there were possibilities to sleep in the guest house or hotel room, and it was not necessary, as I said, just because I had it with me. So this is basically my plan for now that I already told you. Now, if you have any questions about the situation, let me finish a few more things. Another visa that I'm gonna need is for Russia. So I will basically need visas for Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, and Russia. That's everything. And if we decided to go to Belarus as well. And Russian visa is also not a problem. I already spoke with the guy who was able to make me last time visa. And he said that it's too early now. If I apply it for, let's say, the middle of April, it will take 9 or 10 days to receive the visa. So it's not a problem at all. As I said, Azerbaijani visa is not a problem. The only big question now is Turkmenistan. If for any reason, I'm not able to get this invitation letter for Turkmenistan, then I can skip it and go around Turkmenistan and go directly into Uzbekistan. From this ferry that I can take from Baku. The first step is Turkmenbashi. The second step was Aktay, Kazakhstan. But this will be a few more thousand kilometers that I don't want to spend right now. But if I don't have any option, I will go this way, because as I said, there is no other options right now. Okay, that is basically everything. Now if you have any questions, just go ahead. Okay, how many different languages you will need besides Russia? None, just Russian language. Of course, in Turkey, English, whatever is possible. They don't speak much. I know a few Turkish words, so this will be all right. In the rest of the countries, Azerbaijan, definitely Russian, Armenia, definitely Russian, Georgia, definitely Russian. And the rest of the countries, they all speak Russian. We don't need anything else than Russian. I like this very much. Did you finally think about going through Iran and Afghanistan? Yes, I forgot about Afghanistan. Afghanistan, I will go definitely. I'm sorry, I forgot about it. This is another one visa that I have to apply, Afghanistan. As far as I know, it's also online visa, and I will enter Afghanistan for a very short period of time. When I go to the bottom of Tajikistan, where the Vakhan Valley is, from there, I remember from the last time was one big bridge and with the border to Afghanistan. So we're going to enter Afghanistan from there, ride for a few days around the Vakhan Valley in Afghanistan, then come back to Tajikistan and go back on the same road. I forgot about Afghanistan. Thanks for letting me know. Afghanistan is also plan of the trip. Iran is not an option at the moment because they don't have visas at the moment. They don't have even internet from 2 weeks. And when I contacted the embassy, they said that we cannot tell you anything right now. You cannot even apply for a visa because we don't have any internet, any connection to the world. So at the moment, Iran is not an option because it's not clear what will happen. Until then, there is a lot of time still. The things might change, but with the visas, you cannot react like this in last moment. If I have the chance to do it, I will do it, but I'm not really so interested on this destination right now. Not because I'm afraid from some kind of problems or stuff like that. No, Iran never been my preferred location because it's asphalt roads, nothing really adventurous there. The towns, I know the towns are beautiful, but the same towns we're gonna see in Uzbekistan, these blue mosques everywhere and nice people. So it's not something new or something that I would like to see. Maybe it will be another trip in another direction in the future, if I plan to make it maybe something like Iran and then go to United Arab Emirates or Oman or Bahrain or something like that, Saudi Arabia. Maybe in the future I can plan something like that, but now at the moment Iran is not even on my list. It was just part of the idea to visit Iraq and Iran, but because of the problems that they have now in Iran, it's skipped now. I'm not gonna do it. It will be the other way around. This is what I have right now. So the plans always change, you know. What is the best currency to take on this trip to change the local currency? The best currency to take on the trip is dollars, of course. We're gonna have our cards, and you can draw money almost everywhere nowadays from cash machines. Of course, some cash for emergency situations is a must. We'll definitely have some cash. Last time when I was there, the whole amount that we needed to be in cash only. So last time I had with me like $3,000 cash, but I don't plan to have it this right now because I'm sure that we can use cash machines almost everywhere to draw the local currencies. But the cash that I'm gonna carry with me, no more than $500, will be in dollars, cash in dollars. Of course, in every country you have to change money, draw money, situation that I already know how it works. It is fine. Do your bank works everywhere outside of Russia? Yes, they work and they should work, but in any case, in any situation, I will ask them first because when I was going to South America, I asked them about my card, will it work over there? And they said that I have to confirm before I go. So I confirmed on the telephone, I did everything that they asked me. And we finished the conversation. Is everything all right now? Yes, it's absolutely fine. We're not going to block your card. You can use it everywhere in South America. But when I went there, I was not able to use it, not even a single country, not even once. It was not working at all. So I will ask them again now before I go to Central Asia, but I'm sure that it will work. If not, I have two different cards. One of them will definitely work. Steve Adventures, will you have any deep water crossings? How do you manage them? Any tips? We'll have many, not so deep, but we're gonna, depends on the situation, depends on the weather. In Tajikistan, there are many rivers to cross. They were never been so deep and so unpredictable, but there are a few situations where you have to be careful. I remember one of the rivers that was pointed to me. The guy that was there before me said that this river, it's nice to cross before 10 o'clock in the evening, because after that the snow started to melt and the river became very powerful. Until 10 o'clock in the evening it is fine, you can cross it easy. So there will be some river crossings, not that massive, not that big, but there will be. And the tip that I can give you is just stand on the pegs, keep the throttle steady, first gear. If it's too deep, if it's not so deep, you can go on second gear. Just keep your balance and keep the throttle. That's it. If you stop, you fell down. You have to go on one take. If you have the possibility, if it's not so clear, if the water is not clear, if you don't know how deep it is, better is to go and walk first to see where is the best possible place to cross it. And when you have the river bed, it's usually like that. Never go on the right, on the left. Go always in the middle where it's possible to be as flat as possible. If you go to left or right, if you go to the edges, it's more likely that your front wheel will slide and you can go down. Always in the middle, gently, slowly, with more throttle or steady throttle, and you'll be right. Does Russia stamp your passports? Yes, definitely. Russia will stamp my passport. I don't mind at all. I already have many stamps in my passports from Russia. I don't mind to have it again. It's a normal border crossing, so they will definitely stamp my passport. Not only Russia, but in all of these countries, every time when you cross border, they will stamp the pass. As I said, the only big unknown now is Turkmenistanian visa, but I believe that everything is going to be all right, because when my friend spoke with them, they replied very positive that, yeah, no problem, you just need to come here and make all of these documents, so we'll see. You can feel the enthusiasm, definitely. You don't know how I feel it, man. You don't know how I feel it. I cannot wait. Now the weather improved, and from a few days we already have plus temperatures. Tomorrow I'll go to ride. Fantastic. Drone, I was thinking about buy a new drone. There is one small option of drone, very manageable. But I'm not gonna do it because in Uzbekistan drones are absolutely forbidden, and it is even illegal to have a drone over there, which basically means that if you are stopped on the road and someone check your luggage and you have a drone, you'll have a big problem. And in many of these countries, I believe Turkmenistan definitely drone, it's a big problem. So I'm not gonna take a drone with me. Unfortunately, this is the situation. I will have two cameras, two DJI cameras with me. I will have a lot of spare glasses, because the last time in South America I broke my glass on the camera and I saw it on the videos like this. Definitely will have a spare like this. Plumman will have two different cameras, so will be enough cameras to film everything, but no drones. And this time I will try to film everything a little bit differently. I will focus more on the journey when we don't ride, or what we mostly do when we don't ride. I'll try to have as much as possible footage from the places we visit, from the hotels, from the food, for interaction with local people, just to get as much as possible information about everything. Of course, there will be some footage from the road. It's absolutely logical. It's a motorcycle trip at the end. But I'm not going to focus much on it. I'll try to have as much as possible footage from the places, attractions, and mostly with people. Because this is one of the best places on earth where you can film people. They don't mind. They are always very happy, and they always smile when you film them. I would like also to have nice pictures from there. I might take even one a different lens, like a tele lens, something like that, because with a nice tele lens you can film picture from people from the side without they even know. And there are so many different characters there. You just cannot believe how interesting these people are. When you see especially the women with all of these golden teeth everywhere and all of these different colors, man, it's unbelievable. One the Rebel 11. No, I don't plan to go to China. To visit China is very complicated. Even today, you have to hire a local touristic company. You need a lot of permissions. You need escorts. It's a very slow process, very expensive process, and I don't have any plans to do it until they change this. And on the side of that, the beauty of China is if you have the chance to travel alone, to visit the small villages and maybe mountain places. But with this escort, you just follow one road, follow one car to the main road, to the next hotel, and it's not a pleasure. I don't want to do it. Not at the moment. Oops, apparently my dinner is getting cold. Good night, Pavlin. And thank you very much for coming, Richard. And yeah, for the support and everything. I have an interesting video that is coming tomorrow on the main channel. Watch it if you have time. It might help to many people to make the right decisions. Anyway, any more questions, guys? Thank you very much, Richard. Go and take your dinner and send my regards to Lina. On the Rebel 11, don't worry that you missed the stream, because I'm gonna convert it into a video and it will be online on this channel on Wednesday evening around 8 p.m. So you're gonna see everything. Did I decide which gear to wear? I will probably go with a Revit Sand 4 that I have, because it will give me the chance to have open ventilation, big pockets here on the side when it's not so hot, when it's below 35. But I can also close it completely when it's become over 40. I might go with the jacket that I use right now, the last Revit that I have, but probably will go with Sand 4. This is about the jacket. The pants will be definitely the last option that I have right now. It's a Gore-Tex, but it's very well ventilated. I will probably go with this because I don't want to have a rain gear on the bottom. I just prefer to have Gore-Tex pants. I will definitely go with the Revit boots that I have. This will be my choice for boots. Gloves, I don't know yet. Normal, just light, simple gloves, nothing special. The helmet is the same helmet that I have now, this O'Neill. So this is about the gear at the moment. Because of your Sand 4 guidance, I got the Sand 4. It is great system. Yeah, absolutely agree. I'm not gonna take any linings of the Sand 4 system. I'm not gonna have the rain gear of Sand 4, because I'm gonna have another one rain jacket that I will use on the top of the existing jacket if it became too cold, let's say in Russia, or if I need it in heavy rain. But I'm not gonna take the layers of Sand 4, just the jacket. I'm not gonna have even the warm layers inside. Will you find, Yoang too, will you find enough gas stations with bathrooms to wet your t-shirt in case of very hot summer in the desert of Central Asia? Yeah, there will be always gas stations, and I haven't got any problem with petrol last time, 11 years ago. I guess that now will be even better. It was only one section in Uzbekistan that was 450 kilometers without any petrol, but they were building, back in the days, 11 years ago, they were building a new highway and 2 gas stations on this location. So I'm guessing now they already have the gas stations. And if there, in every gas station, usually you can buy a cold water, and then you can wet your t-shirts without any problem. This is not a problem at all. At the moment, I don't even think about it. The heat, of course, it's a problem, but it is what it is. We'll deal every day with what we have. If necessary, we're gonna slow down. If necessary, we can skip a few days if it's extremely hot, because over 45, over 46 degrees, it's really hard to ride. On the Rebel 11, I hope you will make detailed videos of the preparation before the trip about the gear and the gear. Yes, I plan to do this type of videos. My second channel, Motorcycle Adventure Live, which is mostly for travel videos. The travel videos will finish very soon. I have no more than 2 or 3 episodes more from South America. And after that, I will start to make videos about the preparation for the next trip. I will show you all the gear, everything that I plan to take with me. The gear, everything that I'm gonna have in my saddlebag, you're gonna see it. My saddlebag included. I'm gonna show you everything what I plan to take with me, include my tank bag, all of my camera gear, all the preparation. I'm gonna show you when I draw the paper maps. And of course, I will make also, I start making already special videos for my Patreons. So every Wednesday I will upload another video for Patreons, exclusively for Patreons, for everything that is about my preparation, what is happening, how the things are at the moment and stuff like that. So if you're a Patreon, you can also watch it. What will be different this time is that once I start traveling, I'm not gonna upload any updates on my travel channel. No updates this time. The updates will be only for patrons. Only in my Patreon page I will upload 2-3 times per week short video updates as I did it until now on the main channel for people who want to watch it, or for my patrons. On the main channel, Motorcycle Adventures, I will still keep the uploading schedule, 1 or 2 videos per week. But this time the videos will be like before, just one go on different topics. I'm not gonna edit anything on the road. I'm not gonna take computer with me. And this will be a little bit different system. Of course, the long episodes will come later once I finish the trip and get back home safe in one piece. I will do many long episodes and will show you Central Asia as best as possible. Last time when I was there, I filmed everything, and you probably watched this video that I have, but this was just a compilation from small clips that I edited together. This time I will do detailed video episodes, and I hope it will be interesting, or at least it will provide the necessary information. This is the idea for now, guys. The reason I'm not gonna do all of these short updates, it's actually very simple. When people watch all of these short updates, I'm losing a lot of potential watchers of the channel, because short updates usually say nothing. It's not like a nice detailed episode. It's just a one segment from the country or a place that I have been. It's also somehow destroy the viewership of my future travel videos, because people already know what is happening back then. So that's why I'm not gonna make these short updates anymore, just the detailed episodes when I finish the trip. When I'm on the road, nothing, just traveling and preparing everything for the next day. On the Rebel 11, I cannot wait to see the videos, new cameras, better commentary and great education, fun, so fucking exciting. Yeah, it's I'm even more excited, yeah. I look forward to make all of this. As I said, I will try to make a little bit different approach, or to pay more attention on the people, locations, or what we do, when we don't ride. I'm not gonna focus so much to film every part of the road. It's also very important for people who plan to travel to see what is the condition of the road and what is the situation and how long it takes and everything. But I'll try to explain with more details than on my last episodes to South America, because some of the days were so long, and finally when I finish it after 14 or 15 hours on the saddle, I didn't want even to talk on the camera. I was so tired. That's why I try to make now everything a little bit more calm and slowly, and just to have more time to explain everything. But in South America, unfortunately, was different, because it was very badly connected with the time window that we have. We were on such a rush to go through Brazil before the rainy season starts, and after that to finish all of this, and one step after another. It was a lot of riding. So I hope that this time will be a little bit better. But you'll still make main channel videos even during the trip, right? Yes, I will do. Once or twice per week I will find a different topics to talk, and we'll have a video on the main channel. But the videos will be in one go. Just press the camera and talk about something, maybe show you some interesting places, or discuss something on the trip, how it's going, or stuff like that. But there will be no videos from the trip itself. Correct. Are distances short than in South America? Let's need to go to marathon, still 800 kilometers. Yes, the distances are short. Usually like 300 to 400 kilometers maximum between the places where you can sleep. The marathon will be in Turkey, because we need to cross it as quick as possible, and because it's very boring road. In Turkey we'll probably have like 700-800 kilometers per day, but it's like a main road. It's not a problem to be done. But once we enter Georgia and Armenia and stuff like that, the distances will be very normal. 300-400 kilometers per day maximum. This will be the distances. They are not that big like South America, like so many kilometers and nothing in between. So we did not even have any possibilities to overnight or to do something like that. In this meaning, in Central Asia, it's gonna be easy. I believe that. There will be many kilometers once we reach Russia, but that's fine. Russia is fine. It is what it is. All right, guys, if you don't have any questions now, I'm gonna give you another, let's say, 5 minutes, and I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you very much for coming tonight. I'm glad to share this information with you guys. And I really hope that everything will be all right, and we're gonna make another one stream when I already come back with so many different positive moments that I would like to share, and eventually so many new things that I already learned there. But yeah, this is the situation for now. You're welcome anytime. Thank you very much for supporting the channel by being a channel member or patron. Thank you very much. This help is highly appreciated, and it will be reinvested back into the channel. For your information, if you don't know, I just launched a new online course named Adventure Riding Without Illusions. If this is something that might be helpful for you, you can read about it more in my website. Go and check it out. Already many people signed in. It's on the pre-sale period for 14 days. I will link it in the description of the edited videos later. And as I said, if it's something that you are interested in, if you join, welcome. It will be another great help to support my channel and my trip as well. So thank you very much, guys, and see you next Sunday. What topic? I don't know yet. We'll talk about it later. Ciao.